Abusia se say the Ghana and some kwana se say ekoso. Osha election 2024 emu ayesheshe eno ana sofo kukudam se say omo kan sem ombimu so ebuofu uhwe Reverend Owusu Bempa na se nkomsho kwhye ma manfo etu ogu no so akyese nye yize kra wababonten se MPP fo enim no mu provokina wahwe a 20% kra no ebeye omodin pa so betimi anya na emom no okọ eye Ashanti region na obakoye nyema bia wahwe a ebe paska nyema kra busia enu ntina ma enyema mu ayetawe pressure aba election ni mu abusia enu akire no obekai osofo ya na nsei no ochiru se eye Owusu Bempa amanfo entie no sanse oye strong ankasa no osofo Uerbert ono na nsei te CM no kasei eno ade sendin so ababa begu ochiru se eye final warning esanso ye final prophecy a ode suma ede akoma eye John Dramani bawo Mahama gonjani de hekronkro busia eno na saa ensem na osofo ika ya busia yensa aka ye pese ye de brem we ensem fodo a ode ababa ka ho okiremu a wose afei na twediampon yankopon ede nkra chese ode ebema Mahama ebema no esanse na nsem wo ka so wahye Mahama 10 days a eburo so call 12 days no ono ankasa ejina mu pachaw echi otwediampon yankopon na afei ene hunwaye no enam kwan so a eba ba weduru abusia yenkonkotie osofo ya bra na ode nsem no egu ho ede aba ne nsore ba ye ba daka biaro de beto abuso pepe.
So God spoke to me and you heard me speak clearly. No failure. I spoke God's word. He told me if Muhammad does not call me in 10 days, he will not be president. And he did not call me. So for me, that was settled already. He will not be president. He did not call. That was settled. 100% settled. I had no doubt in my mind. 10 days. Within a few hours, his people called me, but he did not call. I don't have a problem with anyone not calling me. I'm the one who hears from God. And my position doesn't need voting in. Now hear this. Hear this. And I understand perhaps there were areas. And let me just explain to you something. I don't blame anybody for not calling me. I don't blame that. Because his son actually went to our ministry in London. He's friends with Sia. So perhaps in that line he thought he had contacted me. The chief of staff called me. Perhaps in that contacting me, they thought they had contacted me. But I told them exactly that if your boss does not call, it's already signed, sealed, delivered to Baumea. I said it. So here it is. 10 days. And I had seen it. You know why God wanted Muhammad? Very simple. He literally told me it wasn't just about he is the Christian side of it. He said, I have a hand in what Ghana is doing. And I've used Ghana to spread my mandate around the world. And it rests in a certain location and position that God has put it and said, Ghana is a leader when it comes to spiritual matters. That people would give another country the credit and say, this is the one. He said, this is why I put the prophetic deep in Ghana. He said, from ages past, I did it. Because I set it as a watcher when it comes to the prophetic. From the ages beyond, before I moved things around the world and spread the prophetic, I started with anchoring it with Ghana. So I said, Lord, what is it? He said, it's not the Christian part of it. Although it includes the Christian part of it. But it says, the man I weighed his heart for the nation. And I looked at things that they called mistakes he has done in weaknesses, and I weighed them against his heart, and I said, there was an intention for good in him that can push the country of Ghana to a higher degree. Said the problem that is happening in Ghana is identity politics, where people say, I'm this one, I'm this political party. They are not looking at my will. Said, but I want to change Ghana. I have a heart. And I said, I'm going to pray. I went to the prayer mountain there. As I was there, I said, I'm praying. I want to pray. God, have you locked the door because the man has not called me in 10 days? Who am I? I'm just Uerbert angel. Said, you represent me, and the men failed to respect and honor that. Hear me well. Hear me well now. You were waiting for this prophecy, so listen to it carefully. And the Lord said to me, after I prayed and I prayed and I looked, you see, it was a cover given to me of all the qualities of Mahama that would change Ghana. I said, if this is the quality of this man, and you are saying these are the right ones, can it not get a second chance for this man? And God said, I'm going to give you 2 names of people you already have access to. 2 names. When I say access to, it doesn't mean say I spoke to these people. I was speaking to these people. No, I wasn't. But I knew how to get a hold of them. Said you speak to Archbishop. And then you speak to a prophet, Prophet Owusu-Bemba. He said these are the authorities I put in the land of Ghana. Now watch this. He said you put the matter before them of this 10-day timeline. When you put the matter before them, guess what? Cause them to speak to me about it and leave it with Ghana. You leave it with these 2 people and they will speak to him, and then they'll speak to me to reverse the 10-day timeline. And when I listen to them and I hear them, if I tell them it is so, then it is reversed. So while you were waiting for me to give you Ghana, God gave me 2 men that you have to reverse it. To line up with the 10 days. It was guaranteed. You call within 10 days. We will not be here now talking about this. Call within 10 days. You are president. Whether you were evil or good or bad, you are president. Call.
His Excellency the ex-president invited the clergy. Me share a few words and say you made your udini Ghana hapa dodo na enimo wo nyame adwuma wo ye ene ho nkwane ba. Na enra man hu wo program na se invitation na won kana.
Say o person of papa dey abeda ko we ase. As of papa nko.
So papa nko program na.
Oh there be.
Say on na to nsa efrem mo.
Na me can say one na be ko nyina no. Omo be ko nyina na eti se Uerbert say ekojira on and they will say your mama na ento abamana we fake. You see say what na say na we adana na wonya no kwafo a moment say obeba abontika say muja obi nsama what they say ye the man shelen say moa na obi no sabe dan ka say le na ho brase e na yinti no say oto no nsafro say bibia wo selfish interest na wo. Yes, the selfish interest. Because when you look at the situation, you never catch Nanado promise you be see that amount, Nanado promises you be see one young mountain no finichi. What's your mama? Na media the mechanic say, Uerbert Pani Yameso for Yano Kofo, Ghana for indignant, Ghana for and 2 Uerbert Panchone, and Mama Ghana for you and Uerbert or you fake. Onye nyamesofo because se nkaye ye na oton nsafre na kwese ja wo de friend wa fro o ja say
so friend asofo bebe
enti wako akugina wo na akọ bebe na je wako trust na ka se wo hwe reverend bofo a won su ko bi me fi se ye ton nsafre obi obekọ me kwa na ke ton nsafre ka me de nka me nkomo
ya ton nsafre o
ya mfre me
invitation sanka bi
bi na me nzaka na unu opposition kokun no Saturn Zafro. When you say me ba, I'm going to muddy the water. Enti am bebe do opanaja me ko bi ma no makoka nsem a ebe se na dwumadi. It will better to Zafro me.
But obi so be kire mu a obeka say we prophecy. Do you believe in prophecy?
I believe in prophecy but not from Uerbert. What I say, Eddie and Sam Walker, Eddie and Sam Walker, so call now trust now steady situation. Now Babontin never come was some extra Ghana for na and Nanado and Comsha a Beuco data. Yes, she be a what I say, Ebony was another oba. What I say, National and yan only prophecy, ye come was him. Moment lesson, be we. Na mo ba be prescribed inti mo ko yihye nkom we no a eye mo selfish interest what I say senka ya de se e si mu 2020 no e na o declare say ma me kan kire mu 2020 election John Mama Belusu ne mu 2024 oba power be pa cho uni asembia
ni ho
ne nyame akasa.
Okay.
What I say, Nimum no, all transit now condemn Nipano, now is see 2020, you condemn, condemn, then now turn and suffer we pay and swell frog canoe into Christ say, and yet obey when the power there. Then Yamenaka.
Na maybe sa Yankopon leaders through prophecy.
Unakopo leaders through prophecy. Nanye due time aswa abenu na nyame be leader
come she ba actually
ba church kra it me I don't believe in people a 31st am ko sheshe nkom no but 31st nkom she nyina fake what I say you see onyame be hye no ebe kan ntem by January February March anytime be utimika na the 31st night no kwa obitimi package be 40 nkom che what is that
na ma mimisa we ni enko yanim. So, seen Ray about the clergy, Reverend Usuben share Sankom ya. Have you always known him saying a prophecy can? And I say, and nay, the word ma and ma to know, and am I the cast or you fake?
Meaning that say, or you fake. Meaning that say, Nima or yen and some canina, and yano cost for. It's an yano cost him, say, won't you mean transit? And country said, another bush or share no way in the Suntino, and Yadi said, Obedient Chibim. A basana, what you know, on your magana. Nelson can do for the over of mine. Wouldn't you and from my wow? Semi Beka, Sabi Amicudi Panachi, Sabi obey me, who sees Subobre and I wouldn't miss ya so that didn't we adapt into home. Now be seen then, I wouldn't miss you was all dying. Now, because and gave a bicycle and a go so that amount. Obeja Poje,